What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are. It is the first day of June. It's also the first day of summer school, and we've had a great morning here. I finished the day up $24,000, which is fantastic. I'm super happy with that. The momentum has not slowed down. Now, I was a little curious, we're starting the new month. I was kind of like, all right, I hope that we see the momentum from April and May continue into June. But sometimes traders at the beginning of a new month can be a little cautious, a little hesitant, which makes sense because ultimately on day one of the new month, we all have the same P&L. We're break even. And the first thing that we need to do is build a little bit of a cushion. So until we have a cushion, it doesn't always make sense to be super aggressive. But today, pretty much right away, I built a cushion on AESE, which had an awesome move. They smell so strong. When they're in the house, it almost smells like paint thinner. Like gasoline, like really good stuff. It's strong. So AESE, second leading gapper in the entire market, ended up squeezing up over 100%. Really big move on that one. CETX also traded that, over 100% move. I mean, two really good stocks. I will say that my very first trade right out of the gates, my first two trades were on CETX. And after those first two trades, I was like, I don't feel like I did very well on that stock. Let me just take a quick peek at my P&L. I was up $98. I was like, yep, all right. So not sure. AESC at the time was below the VWAP, but it squeezed up, popped up to, I think it was 380 or right around 4, then did a micro pullback. First pullback, got bought up. Second pullback, got bought up. Then we got a 5-minute setup, 5-minute, awesome breakout, and I stepped up to the plate. I'll show you the live trading recording of it. Almost 15,000 shares and a sweet 50-cent breakout. That's $7,500 in one trade, and I had a couple of those. So today, day 42, 42nd consecutive green day. The market's hot, momentum's on fire. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna continue to be as aggressive as possible. And note that CETX traded probably at this point, I didn't just check to see where it's at with volume, but probably close to 80, maybe even 100 million shares of volume. AESC was over 30 million shares of volume when I was trading it. These are stocks that are very liquid. You can get in and get out, even with 5, 10, 15, 20,000 shares if you want to. The question is, can you handle a risk? Because ultimately, you take trades with big share size, they go the wrong way, those losses can be just as big. But I feel like I had both the cushion on the day, and I certainly have the cushion in this hot streak right now to step up to the plate a little bit. So, the market's hot, but just because, you're setting record lap times on a dry track, don't expect you're gonna set those same type of records when it's pouring rain or it's snowing. In other words, the market will slow down at some point. So, be grateful for the profits that you may be making right now, and certainly I'm saying this for myself, but I'm not gonna expect that I'm gonna make $200,000 a month. I made $225,000 gross profit in May, best month of my career. I may not have a month like that again for years. I mean, who knows? Or I might do it again this month, but I'm not going to set that as my expectation. When the market slows down, I gotta ease off the throttle. But you know what? Right now the market's hot, so I'm gonna stay pedal to the metal, and I'm gonna be aggressive, and I'm gonna really try to capitalize on this momentum. And maybe the month of June is gonna be the best June I've ever had. Who knows? I mean, it seems right now like it's very possible. So anyways, that's it for me. Enjoy the recap. Please also, if you don't mind, hitting that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. It's the way you let YouTube know that these videos are worth watching, and this is the channel to be on if you wanna learn about day trading. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I go live every morning for my watch list. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I'll be live streaming. So hit that subscribe button, make sure you're subscribed, and you'll get the alert when I go live. All right, that's it for me. I got some things to do. We just finished up class, and I've got to export those videos. So I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. All right, everyone. So we're going to get into the recap here and break down the trades on AESE and CETX. The two stocks I traded this morning, total profit, $24,397.47. Not bad at all. And I've got some live trading archives that we can go through and kind of review at least a couple of the nicer trades on these stocks today. So today, obviously, first day of the new month, and actually I can see CETX ripping back up to the highs there. Today's a day where I may well be leaving a little money on the table. It's 10:30 and I'm walking away. Right there on CETX, I probably could have taken this trade from right here, which was a little break of 85, a little 1 minute pullback. Right there up to 99. I would then be probably looking to add for the break over 3 when we see it come back up to 99 and $3 with a target of 305, 310. So, I'm going to leave a little money on the table today, but that's okay because we've got summer school starting at about 11 a.m. in about 30 minutes. And you can see there's the high of 307. So good job for those of you guys that did take that trade. One of the things I was talking about yesterday during my live stream is how challenging it is to know when to walk away. It's one of the hardest things as a trader. A day like today, you can feel FOMO, you can feel regret, you can feel frustration, even as much as money as you may have made, that you left money on the table, that you walked away too soon, that you didn't really fully capitalize on every opportunity. And then on the other hand, when you have a day where, let's say I took this trade right here at 3 and now I'm holding it at 291 and I'm down 10 cents a share, then all of a sudden I'm in the red and I'm feeling, I'm feeling frustrated. Darn it, I gave back my profit. What's wrong with me? Why didn't I just walk away? So sometimes it feels like we can never win. You walk away too soon, you feel regret. You trade too long, you give back profit, you feel regret. So I think it speaks to the importance of being kind of present and being grateful for what you have and what you have gained. And if you are among the traders out there that are consistently throwing down some, nice profits on a regular basis, that you should really give yourself a pat on the back for walking away green and not feel frustrated that you didn't make as much as you possibly could. But the market is a place where fear and greed are two of the strongest emotions. And for those of you guys who haven't already heard this, I've been reading this book about chipmunks, because out here right around kind of my the yard here where I am looking while I'm trading, and I'll turn the camera so you guys can see it for a second. Actually, my camera's kind of all jammed up here. What is that stuff? So, why is it not turning? Oh boy. Well, there's that one. But I'm caught on something on this one. I've got two cameras here. One is for YouTube stream and one is for the chat room stream. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So anyways, right out here is where I'm, watching my little chipmunk friends, running past. And chipmunks have a very intense hoarding instinct for food. It drives their entire behavior, really. And I was thinking about that from the perspective of, it's obviously a food insecurity. So I was thinking about that from the perspective of day trading. And I think with day trading, one of the insecurities that probably many of us have is, when is this hot streak going to end? And then how long am I going to have to survive on, really small profits, right? Because we all know that hot streaks, they come and go. We have periods where the market's really hot and then it slows down. And so, we have to get through that, the winter. And that's what certainly can be a little bit of a scary thought initially. So anyways, I think for me, when I'm trading as aggressively as I am, even after having made quite a bit of money, it's that feeling that I need to stash away this profit because the market will slow down at some point. So nice job there, Mike, on your account there. I can't tell if one's a sim or one's real money. but good job. 223 there, 16,000 in the sim. Nice work. 650 there, 480. That looks like a real money account, Corey. Nice, nice, nice. Good job, you guys. I know a lot of you guys are students, so a lot of you are trading in the sim. You're practicing. You're kind of refining your technique, and you're learning my strategy, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And in the sim, it is okay to overtrade. It is okay to give back profit, because when you're in the simulator, you want to get as much experience as possible. When you're trading with real money, that's when you need to start to set these rules of when am I going to throw in the towel and walk away. So every day, you're either leaving money on the table or giving back profit. And one of the things that I'm usually okay with is giving back a little bit off the top. And I don't really have a strong, it's not about a percentage. It's not really like a dollar amount necessarily. But, if I give it back a little off the top, then I'm usually like, all right, this is a good place to step back. That didn't end up happening today. Today, I pretty much captured, max profit and then stopped when I was kind of at my peak. Not because I again thought the market was no longer strong, but really because I wanted to switch gears and get ready for our summer school class. All right, so let me show you. I'll show you a live trading recording here, and I'll show you a winner, I'll show you a loser, and we will look at the gap scanner. So this morning when I sat down at 9 o'clock, I was looking at this gap scanner, and I was trying to figure out which stock has the potential to make a big move today. That's always the question. And our leading gapper was CETX, and that was the first stock I traded right out of the gates. Now, CETX, which I actually still have up on my screen right now, was, it was a little extended coming into the open, as you can see here. I did take a trade on this false breakout candle, and I made about $100, about $98 in my first two trades. The pre-market flat top was at 60. It broke that pre-market, hit a high of 65, then pulled back and then popped up. It had pre-market already 12 million shares of volume, and right now it has 71 million shares of volume. So again, and 33 million on AESC. Trading stocks that have a lot of volume make it easy to get in and out with larger share size, which means you can make more money on them than trading some of the stocks that have really, really light volume. So I was basically break even on it through here. And then right here, as it came back up, I bought this pullback right here. This was a good call that someone mentioned in the chat room. Hey, check out CETX at 255. I pulled it up and I was like, yep, that's a nice setup. So I jumped into that actually at 258 and then added at 267 and rode that momentum up to $2.94. So that ended up being a nice trade. AESE is the other one that I was dialed in on this morning. And it's kind of funny because pre-market, I actually wasn't sure it was gonna, I was like, it's interesting. It's up 44%. It's a esports company, and the headlines are, of course, that during COVID-19, people staying at home, video games, esports have been really been doing really well. But pre-market, it was already selling off. So I was kind of like, I don't know about this. I'm not sure. And as you can see, it popped up right here. And what happened on the first 1 minute pullback? Right here. This is an entry. First 1 minute pullback, boom. Second 1 minute pullback, boom. Third 1 minute pullback right here, a little bit of a false breakout. But from the first one, which was at 380, all the way up to a high of 515 is without a doubt an impressive move. So that one was really, really solid, which was really, really good to see. So I was very happy with that. Let's see, let me pull up my highlight trade on this one. So I traded through this area right here. And then as it was consolidating right here, my big trade was on this break right there. So let's look at this for a second. So right here, I was watching it as it was consolidating. I had done a couple dip trades down in the 60s as it popped back up. I guess the last one here was actually at 65 and then back out at 68. That was a break-even trade as it turned out. So as it's curling up right here, I was watching, and my hand's on the buy button right there, that's my mouse, and I'm watching for the break back over $4.80. Why am I watching 480? I'm watching 480 because it's the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So that was the level that I was kind of dialing in on there, that first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I'm watching the level 2, and as I'm seeing green on the tape right here, I'm like, all right, it's already starting to pick up. It's picking up momentum. And the sooner I get in, the tighter my stop is, because my stop is down here at about 60. All right, so I'm in at 75. I'm adding. Now we get the break of 80. I'm in with 8,000 shares right now at 76. The high a day on this was 515. I put an order at 501 to add. I'm watching and holding. It pulls back down to break even, or roughly break even. But I have conviction in the setup. This is both a 1 minute and a 5 minute setup, so we've got multi-time frame alignment. So I add right there. Now I'm holding 14,000 shares at 483. Watch here for the breakthrough 5. Hands on the buy button. And all of a sudden, look at that rip. I'm in at 14,000 shares at 483, and that's 519 and 520. Boom. Right up through the highs. That is resolution. So this ended up being an awesome trade. It pulls back for a second. I put out an order to sell in the 20s, and then I was like, well, actually, hold on. Let's see for a second. Because if this thing can open up towards 540, 573 was a daily resistance level, and then I thought we had room up to 627. So I held it for a second. I'm watching 525, and I actually thought maybe I should add at 525. Watching. Shift 1, I just added 1,000 shares, 525. Now I've got almost 15,000 shares, and that was the breakout. Look at that, $7,280, and that's in one trade. So up here, I started to take a little profit because I expected immediate break through 30 up towards 45 and maybe a tap of the $0.50. And since it really, I'm only basically break even from where I added, I was like, nah, that's actually not looking great. So I took some profit off the table here. It pulls back for a second. It pops back up. I get out, both hitting the bid and selling on the ask just to try to maximize the profit on it. But that ended up being probably my best trade of it was the best trade of the morning. All right, so a couple more trades as it's squeezing higher. And then this right here was actually my worst trade of the day. All right, so right here, it is selling off. It's dropping down, and I looked at this and I thought that it was going to bounce off of the $0.50. So I got long right here. I'm in at 53. Now, large position, but I thought it had room to bounce back up to 75.80. And just like that, boom, like that, I'm down 2,600 bucks. Now that's only 19 cents or 21 cents a share, but with a big position, it's not pretty. So I don't panic out. It pops back up to 55 on the ask. Now I'm down only $236. These are big numbers when you trade with bigger share size. So I was like, okay, I need to unwind this position. So I threw out some orders to try to unwind the position a little bit, reduce my risk, because that was not what I was expecting. And I end up selling it at 47 and 37 and booking roughly a 10-cent loss, which is still a $1,200 loss and was the biggest loss of the day. So I sold half there and I sold the rest right there. And, that was the right move because it didn't come back up to that level for actually, I'm not sure if it has come back up to that level even now. So those dip trades, sometimes, they get me, and you do have to be careful on them. So it actually did come back up right here. It came back up to 75, but I didn't want to hold 12,000 shares down to 518. I would have been down like almost $5,000. So you've got to be quick to get out when you're wrong, and that's that's very important. So after that loss, that was at 10 a.m. I did have a few more trades, both on this stock and on CETX. So finishing the morning at the highs right here, $24,397.47. And great job for those of you guys trading in the simulator. I see some of you guys posting your P&L here, so that's really nice to see. Keep up the good work, keep practicing. I know that we will all certainly have days where we're feeling a little frustrated and the market's not cooperating and stuff is choppy and we're seeing lots of false breakouts. But keep your head up, because every day that you're in the market, you are gaining experience. And ultimately, this is a career where the more experience that you have, the better equipped you will be to handle surprises in the market. And there's a way to build that experience, and it's just by actively sitting in the chair watching the level 2. Even if there's some days if there's nothing happening, okay, fine, but trading until 12:30, 1 o'clock can make sense just to get that level of experience. All right, so it's 10:42. I'm gonna switch over to the Warrior Pro room here. So Warrior Pro students, as a reminder, the Warrior Pro room is right here with the little chalkboard. So I'm gonna close this one down. I'm gonna open this room up right there. So welcome to those of you guys just getting logged in, and we will start summer school in about 15 minutes with class 1 of the Warrior Starter course. So I've got that up here, right here. All right, so this is going to be class 1 starting today. All right, there you go. Okay, you guys, I'll give you a few minutes to refill your cup of coffee, grab your notepad, and then Warrior Pro students, we're gonna jump into it. Thank you guys for today. Another great morning. Good job, everyone.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Help us hit 750,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button, and stay tuned and check out some of my other awesome uploads right here on YouTube.